Hello, my name's Mrs Gilbert and I am the textiles teacher here at Saltree. First of all, I love textiles. Textiles is the thing that I have a passion about, and hopefully by studying the subject I hope to impart some of that passion I have for textiles upon you. Hopefully you will choose this subject because you're interested in it, or you maybe have done a little bit of it in year 7 or 8. We are an art GCSE, so it's art textiles, and that involves building skills up for years 9 and 10, so 2 years of skills building, and then towards the end of year 10 we produce a personal investigation. So this is something that you're really interested in, and over the course of those 2 years it might be a specific technique, or it might be more of a broader theme and a field and a theme that you really like. So I've got students who've chosen cultural identity, students who've chosen nature and seasons, and the body as parts of their GCSE outcomes. Year 9 is all about building your skills up. On the board behind me are the skills that we will cover over the course of year 9 and then into year 10. The good thing about the course is that it's all coursework based, so 60% coursework based, and then 40% is an exam. Now that's not a written exam, that's a practical exam where you'll sit in this room for 10 hours over probably 2 days and you'll produce a practical outcome. So a final piece, now it's not necessarily a garment, but a final textiles piece based on some work you've done prior to that exam. So there's no theory to learn, it's all about skills and designing. The really nice part about year 9 is watching students progress really quickly through the skills that we offer them. We do a range of different practical elements, including construction, using the sewing machines and the different properties that they have, and how to best exploit that. We try to be as creative as possible, and all work is presented in a sketchbook. That sketchbook and the outcome are marked together as we go through the course. So you produce a piece of work and then you add it to your sketchbook as a kind of reference. So if you've done a piece of collage or you've worked with some applique, you've got that to return to later on in the course. Year 9 start off with a construction element. So this year they made bags. They then go on to weaving, which is what currently year 9 are doing, and then they go on to a construction of a garment. That pretty much takes up year 9. Year 10, there is a lot more making elements. We do a C project where they will look at a different outcome of their own choice, so they don't necessarily have to make a garment. We've had students who've made wall hangings and mobiles. I'm just pointing to the ones that are in the room. And then towards halfway through year 10 is when the personal investigation is introduced to students and they choose a route. Now we as a teacher can guide you into those routes, but it might be something that you're really passionate about, like the ones that are here. So these are outcomes that have been designed by students and made and not taken home. The first and the last are both students who are studying A-level, who've gone on to do it at A-level, and these are both 9 grades, so the top grade at GCSE, along with some 8s in the middle as well. So we get some really good marks at GCSE, very proud of our ability to achieve high marks at GCSE, and
research and designing are really crucial parts, and the best way to do that is to find inspiration from people who've already had a go at creating some textiles work. So a quarter of the mark is researching designers, artists, textiles experts who have used different techniques, and then you try and emulate that style as well as some writing around that person's work. The other element of the sketchbook is showing the different ranges of skills and techniques that you could try or could use within part of your research. So here we have a range of different students' techniques of different types of textiles. Within the coursework, there is an element of drawing. This is 1/4 of the mark of the coursework and 1/4 mark of the exam. You don't have to be a fantastic drawer to achieve a top grade, and we will show you the skills that you will need to learn to add to your sketchbook. And finally, the fourth part, which is the designing of your own pieces of textiles, whether that's a garment or a interiors element, wall hanging, light lampshades, mobiles. It could be garments for males or females, children, entirely up to you. We've got the designing and drawing from all the research that you've done. Then we have a go at creating those outcomes out of fabric. So here's a student that we've just seen the design of, and this is her final piece. We've got at the bottom some films, camera film that she's sewn into with embroidery. We've got a quilted popcorn top, which is a corset, and then some shibori, kind of popcorn element that she created at the top. A really lovely outcome. And then Lucy's, whose sketchbook we also looked through, she was looking at the internal parts of the body and the organs, and she's created this combination of a suit jacket, which once undone reveals a embroidered and felted corset.